Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by latestlaws.com. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notification for new videos. My name is Sheetal June, Associate Editor, latestlaws.com. And let's begin with Supreme Court this week. This week, the Supreme Court issued notice to center and other petitions against Delhi High Court's split verdict on matter of criminalization of marital rape. The court has listed the matter for further hearing in February 2023. In the ongoing matter of hijab ban, the Supreme Court has orally observed that the power of a school to fix a particular uniform cannot be denied. However, hijab is different. A bench comprising of Justice Hemant Gupta and Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia has been hearing a batch of petitions challenging the prohibition on wearing hijab inside educational institutions in Karnataka. The hearing will resume on September 19th. The Apex Court has upheld the conviction of a man accused of killing his own father after a fight while under the influence of alcohol, observing that liquor got the better of the appellant is no defense in view of Section 86 of the Indian Penal Code. The Supreme Court, in one of its recent judgment, has reflected on the shortcomings of juvenile justice system and lamented the bitter truth of legal aid programs, as it stated that they are mired in systemic bottleneck causing delay in deciding the juvenility claims. While adjudicating upon a batch of petition filed by convicts lodged in Uttar Pradesh prisons, the top court has asserted that implementation of the state policy for premature release must be carried out in an objective and transparent manner, as otherwise it would impugn the Constitution guarantees under Article 14 and 21 of the Constitution. Next we have Delhi High Court. The Delhi High Court has issued notice to the government of NCT of Delhi on a PIL which stated that students studying in some schools in the Northeast District area are following irregular teaching pattern, due to which the studies of the student is getting affected. High Court has sought a response from the government within 3 weeks. The Delhi High Court has refused the pleas of the DHGS aspirant who failed the exam by 1 mark and sought a re-evaluation of the answer sheet, noting that court can only exercise the discretionary power under Article 226 in rare and exceptional cases. The Delhi High Court held that issue of estoppel is not available to oppose the bail application. However, the fresh bail application requiring to be decided afresh on merit may require the court to consider afresh circumstances and subsequent events, or otherwise it will amount to a review of the previous decisions, which is not permissible under the criminal law. Next we have Punjab and Haryana High Court. The Punjab and Haryana High Court has held that when a check is issued by sole proprietary gets dishonored, not only the entity is amenable for being added as an accused, but also all those persons responsible for conduct of its business are also required to be added. In this case, the sole proprietor. The Punjab and Haryana High Court has held that a parent has no independent right to file the petition under Section 25 of the Guardians and Wards Act after the decree of divorce based on mutual consent was passed under Section 28 of the Special Marriage Act 1956, and issue of child custody was settled by joint settlement. The court observed that the only remedy available is in terms of Section 38 of the Special Marriages Act 1956, which require the parent to approach the same family court which granted the divorce decree. Now, let's have an overview of the other high courts. The Orissa High Court has held that legal heir can be substituted upon death of the original complainant in criminal cases, and they can pursue the case further on his or her behalf against the accused or other legal heirs. The Madras High Court has convicted a popular YouTuber Achimuthu Shankar aka Suvukku Shankar in a suo motu contempt petition on his comments about corruption in higher judiciary. The ex-police officer claimed to be a whistleblower who has been sentenced to a 6 months imprisonment. Moving on to miscellaneous news. In an interesting instance, a South Korean national who managed to complete a approved law degree course from a recognized university has put the Bar Council of India in a bind by seeking enrollment as an Indian lawyer. Dae Jung said if an Indian national obtains a law degree from a recognized Korean national university, he is entitled to practice law in Korea. Reciprocally, a Korean national is entitled to practice law in India, he said. The BCI has written to state bar councils to seek their view and through them the standpoint of bar associations in the country. A petition has been filed in Mathura court seeking removal of yet another mosque, the Meena Masjid, belonging to the Mughal era, claiming that the mosque was built on part of Thakur Keshav Dev Ji temple. The Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh High Court has reiterated that if driver produces a driving license which on the face of it looks genuine, owner is not expected to find out whether license has in fact been issued by a competent authority or not. In the last, we have international news. The European Union's second highest court has declared to relook into Brussels' decision to hand over Google a lump sum fine of 4.3 billion euro over its Android operating system for mobile phones. The landmark decision was taken by European Commission in 2018, which remained European Union's biggest ever antitrust fine. King Charles III, new ruler of United Kingdom and other Commonwealth countries following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, will have some unusual rights which will include travelling without a passport, driving without a license, not requiring to vote, and interestingly owning all the nude swans in England. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development has stated that international investment treaties are needed to be updated to the government around the world, greater scope to implement climate-related policies without exposing them to the risk of legal challenges. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. This is a weekly program, and for more information, please check the description box, and for weekly updates, like and subscribe to our channel.